Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the 3 a.m. Bagskate Hockey Podcast. This is episode 3. We are 1 week into this young NHL season.
So young. It's so tender.
I know. God, and so much has happened already.
Yeah.
It's been an electric start to the beginning of this season, and just like we all thought it pretty much would be. It was going to be a season to remember, I feel like, and it's starting off looking that way.
Yeah, excitement, surprises, disappointments. I mean, this is the beginning of every NHL season. Let's be realistic with each other. But I feel like, and just having watched a few games, and I listened to a lot of them, but just having watched the few games, the game is so fucking fast.
It's so fast.
And I could see why there's been... We'll go into surprises and all that kind of stuff, but I'll have a point to make there. But just to comment, just how crazy... skill and speed the game has evolved over the last 5-6 years is just it's insane.
Yep. But I don't have any notes this week because I've been busy as a bee. So I'm gonna let John frontman this
I'm
podcast
taking over.
episode. So,
I'm taking over.
If you have any complaints directed towards him,
yes, this is all my fault. If anything's wrong, if I have any suggestive takes that you don't agree with, eat shit. But eat shit. It's my fault.
What do you got for me first, brother?
It's the surprises.
The surprises.
Of the year.
Yeah.
There's very many in terms of, and when you begin a new season, like I said, there's usually these storylines where you're like, damn, I didn't see that coming, or this team is playing extremely well. And until things kind of balance out and everybody finds their game, they find their mojo, they find, whatever it is that makes them as a team that they're going to form throughout the rest of the season. There's always those surprises. The biggest one for me personally has got to be James the Real Deal Neal.
Yeah.
With 6 goals so far.
Leading the league.
Leading the league currently. And that's saying something.
After last season, you would not expect that from him.
Yeah. There have been 2 players with 4-goal games already this season, which is crazy to think about as well, right?
Yep.
So, and they're coming from players and teams that you generally wouldn't attribute that to. Because you have Neal in Edmonton, and then you have Anthony Mantha in Detroit.
Oh yeah, kid's a fucking rock star.
Oh my god, he's so tall and lanky and handsome. I love him. But there's been those surprises. There's the Mika Zibanejad hat trick. He leads the league
in points. Yeah, tied with Connor Mack.
8 points in 2 games for Mika Zibanejad. Who'd have seen that?
Unreal.
But this leads me into a segment that I thought of about 10 minutes ago, so I had to write it out. And it's called The Real Deal.
The Real Deal.
In honor of James, The Real Deal Neal.
All
We're going to go with The Real Deal. And I'm going to give you, Joey, a bunch of different scenarios that have played out. And you got to tell me if these people or teams are the real deal or if it's just kind of flash in the pan early season success.
Okay. All
right.
I like it.
So we got to start off with the man himself, James the Real Deal Neal.
Yep.
Do you think that James Neal is the real deal and that he is going to keep scoring goals and maybe finish the season with near 40?
I don't think he's going to hit 40. But I think that he's off to a start that's definitely above what he should be playing at.
Overachieving,
Yeah, he's definitely overachieving, in my opinion. I think he's still going to finish the season around like the 25, maybe hit 30 goal mark.
Shit, that's better than 7 last year.
Yeah, last year he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. But this season, man, I don't know. I mean, if he's lined up with McDavid or with Draisaitl, you're always going to have a guy that's going to be able to put you in a position that's going to get you a chance to score a good number of goals.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue this kind of production, especially not 4 goals in a game type level production.
Oh, God, no. Yeah, he's not keeping that up. Edmonton as a team can't keep that up. That's for sure.
Because, I mean, what was it? The Austin Matthews rookie year, he scored 4 in his opener, and then what did he end the year with? Like mid-30s, I think.
I think he had mid-30s. I think he had an injury stint somewhere thrown in there. So that's another thing with Neal is he's had some injuries in his career.
Yep.
So He can hold up. He isn't a young stud anymore. He is kind of a seasoned veteran.
If he hits 30, I think it'll be a welcome surprise. I doubt he hits 40.
Okay, so, but is he the real deal, though?
Right now he is. Right now.
He's rejuvenated his game.
Yeah.
He's a legitimate goal scorer in the NHL again.
I'd like to see it. I always had respect for James Neal, and then seeing last year, man, that was rough.
It was brutal. He didn't get, what did they say? He didn't have 3 goals until January. Something like 3 or 4 goals until January.
That's rough.
This year, of 2019. That's crazy to think about.
Yep.
Carrying on, we have Anthony Mantha in Detroit. Is he the real deal? Is he going to continue to be an offensive superstar, or is he kind of flash in the pan early season success?
I think he might be the real deal. Because I feel like Detroit needs him to be the real deal at this point. Besides him and, I don't know, Anthony Ciu, like, what big offensive guys do you think Detroit would really even have at this point?
I would argue Dylan Larkin is...
Dylan Larkin as well.
But he has taken a pretty big step back.
But they needed someone to step up, and I definitely had a feeling that Mantha could be that guy. And he's shown it early. I think he's going to continue it. He's, teams are going to obviously start to play around him. Like, another thing about early season success is that these guys that are putting up these tremendous amount of points, the amount of video and the amount of coaching and practice that goes on in today's NHL is absurd. Mm-hmm. So plenty of coaches and plenty of teams are going to be sitting down looking at films of opponents and say, okay, look, this guy has been off to a hot start. What have these teams not been doing that we need to start doing to make sure that we can keep their production low? Mm-hmm. And I think that, like for James Neal, for instance, I feel like he's going to take a step back once teams start realizing, okay, maybe we should start devoting more of our defensive prowess towards Neal.
Yeah, my argument with that is, how do you cover all 3?
Yeah.
McDavid, Draisaitl, and Neal on the power play.
You don't.
They're gonna have to find a way to contain those 3.
Yeah.
And Edmonton's speed.
That's like trying to
draws penalties.
It's like trying to contain Kucherov, Stamkos, and like Tyler Johnson on a power play.
Or Braden Point.
When he comes back. How are you gonna stop it? Thank God we got 2 of our 4 out of the way against them already.
Oh my God! Yes.
I don't know the next time we see them, but I hope it's never.
Yeah, I hope never again.
Yeah, but for Mantha, I mean, I think that he's still going to continue to take the step forward that Detroit needs him to take. I think he's going to prove to be the all-star that they need him to be, and I think he could hit mid-30s this year. I don't think there's no reason he shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I could see it happening.
Sweet. Also, I think Bo Horvat got announced captain.
Did he?
For the Vancouver Canucks tonight.
Nice.
I just saw Sedin give him a jersey with a C on it.
Ooh.
So I'm pretty sure that game's going on now. If you see me looking over to the left every now and then, it's because I'm watching the Vancouver and LA Kings game.
What a barn burner.
I got more to say about that actually later on. Moving on, real deal. John Gibson, Anaheim Ducks goaltender.
I've always thought he was the real deal.
Me too.
Gibby's so good.
What an absolute animal in net.
He's easily top 5 in the league right now. Easily.
I would put him top 3.
Yeah.
For me, I would say you could argue he's the best goalie in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And you would find people that would agree with you.
Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Guy's an absolute stud and deserves more than he has in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm. Bless him. So that was an easy one.
Oh, yeah.
Gibson. Now to my boy, Mika Zibanejad.
Mika.
Is he the real deal?
I don't think he's going to be putting up, 4 points a game.
Yeah, he's not going to finish the season in the lead for points. That's for damn sure.
Nah, but he's definitely still the real deal.
Mm.
Definitely. Because, I mean, after trading away Zuccarello and you don't have Hayes anymore, JT Miller's gone.
Your offense is just completely different.
Yeah, and Mika's now the headliner. He's the man in New York. So besides Panarin, center. Of course.
Yeah, top line center. He gets to play with Panarin, which is gotta be nice for him.
Yeah.
So
can't imagine, but definitely a real deal. Mika Zibanejad.
I agree with that. I think when they made the trade, Zibanejad for Derek Brassard, I was dumbfounded that Ottawa fell for it, I guess you would say. Because Brassard was proven.
Yeah.
He was a big game player. He could score goals when it mattered. You know, he was a proven player.
Mm-hmm.
But Zibanejad was like 8 years younger. He was on the upside, like he was on the upswing. That was one of the trades that I saw the Rangers make, and I thought, holy shit, we did it. which doesn't happen often with my Rangers. So I think Zibanejad is the real deal. I could see him finishing the season with 80 plus points, which is pretty incredible for a New York Rangers forward over the last 2 decades.
Yep.
Okay, now we're gonna move to Rupe Hintz in Dallas. Man's having a time.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't paid much attention to Dallas. I know that they've had a pretty tough struggle out the gate.
Yes, they have not played well, but Rupe Hintz. What do you think? You think he's the real deal?
You know,
think he's,
I gotta study him a bit more. I feel like before I make any kind of judgment. Okay. But you know, he could be. Yeah. I could see it.
He's got speed. Mm-hmm. He is so fast. I'd put him up there with McDavid's speed, to be honest with you.
Hopefully he makes the All-Star game so we can see it.
Yeah, right? And then he has a pretty decent shot as well. A pretty underrated shot. But having seen a few highlights and having listened to a couple of the Dallas games, I would say they're mentioning his name a lot.
Yeah, when guys like Sagan and Ben are taking, you know, the majority of the pressure off of everybody else on the lines, then makes it pretty easy to get some open ice, get some good shots, good clean open shots in, and
you
know,
that's for sure.
You continue to play with superstars, and you get your shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he scores 25 this year.
That'd be impressive.
Rupe Hintz is, I think he's the real deal when it comes to an up-and-coming offensive star.
Plus, what a name.
What a name. Huh? Rupe Hintz. I love it. All right, now we're going to go to teams.
Okay.
All right. Are the Edmonton Oilers the real deal? Undefeated. 3-0-0.
Who have they played, though?
They have beaten the Kings. They have beaten the Vancouver Canucks on opening night, and then they beat the New York Islanders.
Okay, so 2 out of those 3, I feel like, are kind of expected wins at this point.
Yeah. And the Kings was their toughest challenge.
Yeah. The Islanders getting beaten like they did was surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, giving up 4 goals to James Neal, that's...
Tough look.
I still think the Islanders are going to be getting a load of bad karma this year for not trusting Robin Lehner and giving him a shot at a long-term deal in New York.
I'd agree.
And I think they're just going to start biting it from that. But back to Edmonton. I mean, as long as they stay healthy, I don't see a reason why they couldn't be. Like,
yeah, I think their back end, as always, is the issue.
Yeah,
Adam Larson is out long term.
Yeah,
the broken fibula.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Big ouch. But they haven't looked too bad defensively. The Kings game was kind of a shit show. Mike Smith was kind of fighting them off there. And even the Islanders game, they had that game in full control with the Neal 4 goals and everything, but they still gave up a couple near the end that were like, you know, suspect.
Yeah.
The defense is a little suspect. I don't have enough information to call them the real deal yet.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I don't either.
Yeah. How about the Detroit Red Wings? Are they the real deal?
You know, it's sad and unfortunate for Detroit because I feel like they could be, but in this division, man, it's only a matter of time until Tampa is like, all right, we need to get our shit together. It's only a matter of time until Florida starts playing like actual opponents they can beat instead of Tampa twice and Carolina.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time until Montreal figures it out and Carey Price gets in the groove. Buffalo looks to appear like they're actually like heading towards being a real contender.
My goodness, after tonight, yeah.
And so Boston being Boston, Toronto is already at the top. Like it's so hard in this division to be the real deal when there's so much competition right now.
There's so many teams that are.
And there's so many factors in this division that could lead to Detroit either keeping it going and staying towards the top, or other teams figuring out, and then Detroit just flies back.
Free fall. Yeah.
It's God. Everything's still a toss up.
I gotta go with no.
No?
For the same reasons that you just mentioned. Eventually, this is such a small sample size, and the whole segment's kind of like, oh yeah. But that's the thing. It's like these teams played well in their first few games. But can they keep it up?
Yeah.
And I don't think they can keep it up. Not against the opponents they're gonna have to face, and compared to who they've already faced.
Yeah.
The Anaheim Ducks.
No,
John
I'm gonna
Gibson.
say no.
3-0-0.
He can only keep putting that team on his back for so long. I don't think
the Ducks. You don't think the Ducks are going 82-0-0? You're high.
But I will tell you, in that division, they might just be good enough.
It's pretty wide open over there.
Because that division is bad right now.
It's pretty wide open.
So anything can happen in that division. And honestly, a good start might just be all they need.
Yeah. Every win counts when you're up in the air like that. I'm going to go with no as well. Although I do like the way they've played so far. But John Gibson played this way at the beginning of last year, if you remember as well. And it just, he didn't hold the team. As a Rangers fan, I am aware that the goaltender cannot take you everywhere you want to be, unfortunately.
Though I will say that the difference between last year and this year is they don't have Randy Carlyle.
It's true.
Carlyle was a huge reason they lost so many in a row last year.
He was.
So
he was pretty.
We'll see what happens.
Brutal behind the bench there.
Yep.
How about Carolina Hurricanes?
Real deal.
They're the real deal.
God,
you got to see them in action last night.
Oh my God, dude. They're so fast. They're so young, and their back end is absurdly good.
Yeah.
Like, I think 3 out of their 6 goals that they scored against us were from blue line shots that got deflected in front of Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like,
Not
the
much,
best you could do is try to tie up whoever's in front of the net, but I mean, there's only so much you can do before they get a lucky stick in the air and knocks the puck into the net. And it's just, I don't know, the way that they were able to, in the first period, their puck possession was absurd. The amount of open looks that they were able to get was insane because they could just
create chances.
They create so much offense from all facets of the ice. And it's,
they're not afraid to shoot.
They're not
either. They have so many shots on goal in comparison to their opponents, even last year, and maybe attribute that to Rod Brindamore. But my God, they just shoot the lights out. They don't, and they all seem to be quality. They're not just like flinging them, hoping that they get a bounce or They just shoot the fucking lights out. I love it.
I will say though, one thing that concerns me is the same thing that concerned me last year, is that they give up a lot of shots as well.
That run and gun style, yeah.
They give up a lot of chances, and credit to James Reimer for keeping them in the game.
He had 50 saves, right?
47. We had
50 shots against.
50 shots on goal we had.
Oh my goodness.
He stopped 47. Granted, not all of them, the vast majority of them were not great looks, and they were just throwing the puck at the net. But, I mean, God, how long can your goalies keep you in games like that when you're giving up 50 shots?
Yeah, it's true. Run and gun, man. Live by the sword, die by the sword. I love it.
So we'll see. But I mean, 4-0-0 to start. They
look pretty good.
The sad part is that they're still only 2 points ahead of the Capitals, who are 2-0-2.
I know. God damn it. Stupid loser points.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. But that's it for Real Deal. I figured I would bring those up. Those are kind of I don't want to say surprises, because a couple of those things you kind of saw. I think Carolina, people thought, they made it to the conference finals last year. They're no slouches.
Yep. And the surge is back.
It's true. And also, Vancouver just scored. It's your boy, Elias Peterson.
Nice.
I think that's his first of the year.
I think so, yeah.
Sure. God bless him. On the flip side of the Real Deal, we have the teams and the players that are not doing too good so far.
Yeah.
And my question to you, Joey, are they as bad as they seem so far this year?
Okay.
And we have to bring up the 0-4-0 San Jose Sharks,
Oh man.
who have a -12 goal differential
Whew.
so far in this young season.
They lost every game by an average of 3 goals.
Yes. Are they
Lord.
as bad as they seem?
The goaltending sure does. Man, you thought that after last season, Martin Jones couldn't possibly get worse, but man, it has been just brutal.
Do you think it's his fault, or do you think there's something going on with the defense giving up quality chances?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
I think that the defense hasn't been helping him out, but at the same time, there has definitely been shots that he should have stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a couple of 5-holes that, like, real lackadaisical effort that should probably not have gone through him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it is rough in San Jose right now.
Yeah, playing the Golden Knights twice to start the season cannot feel good, especially with the vendetta Golden Knights had on them.
But hey, they brought back Patty Marleau, so
yeah, that's going to solve all their
so,
problems.
There it is. Just bring back Patty Marleau.
Shot in the dark here, but maybe you shouldn't let your captain walk.
Yeah, maybe
you should
maybe
try
not.
to re-sign your captain instead of throwing a shit ton of money at Erik Karlsson, who's, I mean, he suffers injuries left and right.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Karlsson is not physically stable enough to put up numbers every single year.
Granted, he did miss one of the games because I think his daughter was born.
He did have a daughter, which is awesome. Which is great.
But the other 3 games, I don't know what to call it.
Yeah. So. And you got to factor in that Evander Kane was not in for the first 3 games due to the suspension.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's an offensive spark they needed.
And
but
oh man, good thing he wasn't in the second Vegas game because there might have been, he might have been suspended for more.
Might have been some fireworks going on there. I love it. Him and Revo is becoming one of my favorite rivalries.
Oh yeah,
in the NHL.
So good.
And then Revo and Tom Wilson, and then Revo and everybody he plays against.
Yep.
I just love Revo. I can't help it. So Sharks, are they as bad as they seem?
I think right now they are. Right now, I don't see how they turn it around right from here.
Yeah, like it might take a little bit.
It's going to take a little while for them to correct this. And, you know, they did lose some offense the offseason. They lost Donskoy. They lost, obviously, Pavelski.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It's going to be tough sledding for San Jose going forward.
Tough fucking sledding, boys.
Yeah.
Or Sharks. I think they're as bad as they seem currently as well. Not saying they can't turn it around, but saying if you were to watch them and you know that they are thoroughly being beaten by the other team. It's not bad puck luck. It's not cashing in on chances. They are just thoroughly getting beaten by whoever they are playing at any given time. So here's hoping they can turn it around. I want a league that the Sharks are good in.
Yep.
I want to see Jumbo have success. I don't mind anyone on the Sharks. So, all right, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Man,
are they as bad as they seem so far?
I don't think they're as bad, but I think they've been struck with some bad luck. That was a hiccup there. But Malkin going down, Bjugstad going down.
Yeah.
And I think they were at I think they only had 10 rostered forwards. And they don't have cap space to bring anybody up. So I don't know how they fixed it. I know that people were saying, because I think they're carrying 8 defensemen right now.
Yeah.
I think people were saying they need to take some of their defensemen and put them on the 4th line wings. I'm like, oh Lord.
Put Letang on the first line.
I was like, oh my gosh, no, that's not good.
That's brutal.
But yeah, when McCann becomes your second line center and there's like no depth forwards playing with him, that's rough. And again, Matt Murray, I haven't had faith in him for a little while.
Yeah, he seems to not have quite found his game quite yet.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate when you look over what's in Vegas. But
right. Unfortunate for sure.
But yeah, I think that right now, I don't think that they're as bad as they seem. I think just they've been struck with so much bad injury luck
Yeah.
that, I mean, missing Malkin is, I don't know
For a couple
what
of
team could
month,
recover
month?
from that. Yeah,
He's out for like a month.
I
Bukestad.
think so. Yeah.
And they've also lost Hornquist and Galchenyuk have missed a game due to injury as well. That's tough. And I'm with you. I don't think they're as bad as they seem. I think it's just really rough luck
Yeah.
beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffalo coming out like they have. Who'd have thought Buffalo would go to Pittsburgh,
I wouldn't have.
the season opener, and play the way they did, and the Penguins just look lost.
Yep.
So I agree. Not as bad as they seem. Next, the Dallas Stars. We talked about Rope Hintz and how he's doing well. The Dallas Stars.
The rest of the offense has to wake up, man.
Yeah.
They need, I don't know if they need one of the executives to call Jamie Benn fucking horse shit again.
I was gonna say I'm regretting my choice of not naming this the fucking horseshit segment. Now that I think about it.
But yeah, they need to wake up.
Agreed. Ben Bishop he's not played up to snuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know Hudobin had one of the starts, and yeah, they did. However, they came back to win. Was it last night? Or the night before? I can't work. Everything blends together.
Everything blends together.
When you work nights, you don't know what yesterday and today are.
Yep.
But yeah, I was listening to that game. They came back. A lot of excitement there. I think Radulov had a goal in the game, so maybe that'll spark the team a little bit going forward. I don't think they're as bad as they seem.
Radulov definitely hasn't been the player they need him to be.
No.
When they brought him from Montreal, they expected Montreal type production, and they haven't gotten it.
They had early success,
and
he does bring a dynamic to that, the top six there, but he definitely has to start pulling more weight in terms of point production. And Jamie Benn too, which he was an elite. He won the scoring title one year. And I think he plays a very hard game though. He's always in front of the net. He's banging bodies. He plays a really rough game, and I think over the years it just wears on you. But here's hoping they can click. I don't think Dallas is as bad as they seem.
I don't think so either. I just think they need to wake up.
Yeah, and that leads me. I'm gonna bring up the player now, just because I'm watching it happen right now. Jonathan Quick. Is he as bad as he seems?
Age just might be getting to him, man.
He has given up 9 goals in 2 games. And this game isn't even over yet.
I will tell you that the back end of LA is, besides Doughty, and even Doughty at this point is kind of a question mark.
Yeah.
But the rest of it's brutal. It has got to be tough to be in net with that in front of you. And I don't think I can put all the blame completely on Quick.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you can see that the age is catching up to him.
Yeah. Again, a lot of hard-fought goaltending. He's not your average goaltender. He is very athletic.
Yep.
He's slinky out there. You got to imagine his body is feeling the effects of that type of play. But 9 goals in a game and a half. It hasn't even been a game and a half. He's given up 9 goals.
That's rough.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say he is as bad as he seems right now. They may have to put him second fiddle and start playing the backup, because I just don't. Or maybe he is injured. He starts the season injured every time that I draft him in fantasy hockey. So you guys can thank me for that, for last year and this year, is why he is.
You think you'd learn?
Auto draft. I'm never there for the draft. Damn it. And then one last, bad as they seem, the New Jersey Devils.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
not what I expected at all.
Not at all. Not for me.
I put them in the fucking playoffs, Joey. They're letting me down.
I have to look back where I put them at to
I think you had him just out.
What did I have them? Oh no, I had them 7th in the division.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So.
Just in. Oh.
So, yeah.
What do you think?
You know, I thought it was gonna take some time for all of them to mesh together because they made a lot of changes in the off season. But like I mentioned when we went over our team reviews, man, that the goaltending situation is just brutal.
Yeah.
I didn't trust Schneider. I didn't think that he was going to be able to find his game again. And I don't have faith in Scott Wedgwood to come in and play well when Schneider isn't. So.
Yeah. Is his name Blackwood?
Oh, yeah, Mackenzie Blackwood. Why was I thinking Scott Wedgwood?
I don't know.
That was another backup. That was another backup for Jersey.
Enough of the wood, Jersey.
I'm sorry.
They're confusing us.
Yeah. Blackwood.
Also,
sorry.
Toffoli just scored. Toffoli, sweet move. Backhand, forehand. Goes around Markstrom. A tuck. Good goal.
Very nice.
Oh, sorry. So, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. Why was I thinking Scott Wedgwood? I don't know. But either way, the goaltending situation is just not pretty in Jersey. And when you bring in another dynamic defenseman like Subban, it's going to take time to kind of mesh and get into his style of game when he's on the ice.
Yeah.
So I think they can get it together, but right now it's brutal.
I'm telling you. Now, interesting stat. Since taking a 4-0 lead on Winnipeg in their opening game, which they lost, they have been outscored 15-2.
Oh, man.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
You have the young Jack Hughes has no points. He's -3. You gotta imagine they really want to get him off the schneid. No pun intended. They want to get him get something in the back of the net, get an assist, get something.
Yep.
For the kid, and then maybe he will explode. I'm not sure, but it's rough. It's rough in New Jersey right now in all facets of the game. Since looking so well, going up 4-0 in Winnipeg, and then just getting battled back and losing that game, you got to feel like New Jersey is just, what do we got to do kind of feeling.
Hopefully they don't get it together by Saturday night so that my boys can go in and...
Oh, agreed. I hope they lose every single game this season. My prediction be damned. But
so, yeah, hopefully my boys can go in to the Prudential Center on Saturday and take care of business.
Yeah. Or it's the trap game where you feel like you can beat them and they end up having the time of their life.
I don't need that to begin this year, man. We've had a rough enough start as it is. Please.
No more.
They always do this to us.
Yeah. So that wraps up the real deal, and I'm gonna call it the fucking horseshit. Fucking horseshit. And bringing up that Jack Hughes has no points and he's a -3. His brother Quinn Hughes scores his first NHL goal tonight before his superstar forward Jack could.
Beautiful.
And Quinn Hughes has a goal and an assist. Last I checked, he might have gotten another assist tonight, but a goal and an assist on the year. And he's currently a better offensive product than his brother.
Would be an interesting Thanksgiving.
Yeah, things you can't quite couldn't quite predict, that's for sure.
Yep.
Speaking of a new season, we have new players on new teams, and some of them are just lighting it up on their new teams. A lot of which we covered.
Yep.
For the most part, we were kind of saying, okay, these guys are going to be pretty significant. You have your Duchesne. He has 6 assists. 6 assists.
Nuts.
For the Nashville Predators already. Your James Neal with his 6 goals.
Yep.
0 assists. You know he's not passing. Your Artemi Panarin. He has the 2 goals, 2 assists for the Rangers. Trouba's kind of an excitement for us. He's an unexpected, exciting story for us. I was hoping he would pick up a few points for us within the first 10 games or so, but he had a goal and 3 assists in the first 2 games.
Ooh.
From the back end. That's rare.
Very nice.
For us, too. By the way, my Rangers opening goal of the season, Mark Stahl. What an absolute sniper. On a wraparound, no less.
Oof.
I called that one. Everyone knew that's what was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That was a beauty. I lost my shit when I was listening to it. Um, a couple others that are kind of under the radar. Marcus Johansson quietly getting 4 points for the Buffalo Sabres, and he might have actually had points tonight to add to that, but he had 2 goals and 2 assists going into tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty decent in Buffalo
Yeah,
for Marcus Johansson.
Yeah, he's always been a decent player.
Yeah.
You know, and anyone that can take some of the pressure away from Skinner is definitely going to help him out.
Yeah.
And especially Eichel, too, as well.
Oh,
I always forget about Eichel.
Dude, Eichel potted 2 tonight. He's waking up.
Yep.
People better fucking take notice. Jack Eichel can take over a game.
Yep.
So Marcus Johansson was kind of under the radar. We briefly mentioned Eric Howe in Carolina.
Oh, dude, we could not get him off the puck last night.
Oh my God, he is the speed and skill.
So good.
He has 3 goals, no assists. He ain't passing either. Just get the fuck to Howe. He'll do the rest. And speaking of Carolina, Ryan Dzingel, 2 goals, 2 assists.
Yep.
4 points in 4 games for Mr. Dzingel. Kind of under the radar pickup for them. Didn't make near as much money as he probably could.
Definitely not.
Have.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe he's loving it right now.
Yeah.
He's probably loving it right now. And then we this is one I had to put down because I love it. Milan Lucic. 26 penalty minutes.
Oh, beautiful.
Doing what he's supposed to do out there. Sticking up for the boys. I mean,
oh man.
It brings the element to the game, and maybe Calgary can use that to but Milan Lucic.
Have they even played 4 games?
No, I think they played 3. I think they're 3 games into the season, and Lucic is just gooning it up.
Oh.
His little altercation with Zadorov.
Yep.
In Colorado there, where he just blasted him in the fucking face, and Zadorov looked like he didn't want to go and all that kind of
then
stuff.
You just start suckering him.
Yeah, you get people that talk about that a lot. That's a huge thing of contention is, when do you have to answer the bell if you throw a big hit? Do you, if you someone comes up and wants to fight you after a questionable hit, do you have to fight that guy? Blah blah blah. My personal opinion on it is, you don't have to.
No,
right?
Me neither. I don't think so.
You don't have to. But at the same time, if Milan Lucic is in your face, you don't stand there with your fucking hands down. Like, you have to be aware of what's going on in front of you. Maybe duck and cover. I don't know. But it's Lucic's job to stick up for his line mates or for his teammates. That's his job. You know he's out there to do that. So if you blast a guy and Lucic comes up to you, I'm not saying you have to fight the man, but you can't just stand there with your arms to your side and not expect to get clocked in the face. Yeah. Which Lucic got. He got the instigation. He got all, and he'll willingly take that. I mean, he's there to light a fire under the boys.
Yeah, it's not like
I think
it's not like
willing
Domi
to
did
dish out the big
Ekblad.
hits, you got to be willing to take someone in your face and not necessarily fight them, but you definitely have to acknowledge the fact that I kind of.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I kind of deserve that a little bit.
It wasn't as big as sucker punches.
What's your take on it, Joey?
I'm the same way. I don't feel like you need to answer the bell when you lay a big hit on somebody. Did you? I still hear you.
I think I lost Joey.
I hear you, buddy.
Can't hear Joey. He's gone.
I can hear you, friend. Hello? Friend?
We lost Joey. Just as we were talking about Milan Lucic blasting people in the face, I think he got a hold of Joey.
Hello?
Knocked him out cold.
Oh, this damn
Joey's
internet.
been enforced. No, Joey.
Give me a sec, guys.
Oh, okay. So Joey can still hear me. We're okay. Okay. We're good. Might have to edit some of this part here.
Yeah, this
I
is
can't
weird.
hear Joey at all right now. So I don't know if he's muted or his mic just decided to make a questionable hit and then
How about now?
had to answer the bell.
Might have
Old
to
Milan Lucic.
restart Discord.
Speaker settings are good.
Sorry about this, folks.
Still got nothing from you, Joey.
Sorry, folks. We'll be right back, I promise. That's so weird. I can hear him and he can't hear me.
Joe. Oh. Says connected. Oh, I heard you click. I heard you click.
I could hear you.
There we go. What the
So
fuck?
we just don't have the cam at the moment. There it is.
There. Yeah,
All
I
right.
brought mine up.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was odd.
All right.
You might have to actually edit something this time.
I know. Damn. I got to do that this morning. Yeah. But sorry about that, everybody. Discord was having a little bit of issues, but we should be back now. And
we are back.
Can finish
it's not our fault. It's mainly not my fault.
It was Lucic.
Milan Lucic did it. Fucking coon. But I was asking you your opinion on whether you think players should answer the bell.
I don't think they should have to answer the bell when they lay a big hit on someone. I think that's just part of the game. Unless they lay some hellacious, like, uncalled for, like, something that is not part of the game, I think that they should have to answer for something.
Yeah.
But case in point, like when preseason last year, when Domi sucker punched Ekblad.
Yeah.
Like there was no call for that.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Lucic, I mean, I didn't really even see anything terrible that he did. Like, he's just trying to stick up for his guy.
Yeah, he popped him in the face with his glove still on or
Yeah.
whatever. He's trying to get him to go.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. But players like Lucic and that whole aspect, like that part of the game is dying. And
Really is.
I don't really think you're gonna see a lot of players like that for a long while. But no, I don't think players should have to answer the bell when it's a clean hit. When it's a big clean hit, like, it doesn't matter who it's on. If it's a clean hit, it's part of the game. They should know they're gonna get hit. Keep your head up. That's what they always tell you.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's uncalled for, a dirty hit, you take out a guy's legs, you smack someone in the head against the boards.
Yeah.
Like,
high hits, low bridge.
You'll definitely have to answer for that. But as far as big, open ice, clean hit, nah. It's part of the game.
I agree. There's a lot of fights come from clean hits, but I do think you should be prepared.
Yeah.
Just be prepared. If you're throwing hits out there, you got to be prepared for someone to take a run at you. It's how it is. It's the law of the jungle.
Yep.
The ice jungle. Anyway, we're winding down at the end. I have a couple games I want people to look out for coming in the next few days. Just a few that I saw that I will definitely be listening to and or watching if I get the chance, which I probably won't, so I'll be listening to them at work. We have Thursday coming up tomorrow on the 10th. Tampa Bay and Toronto.
Ooh.
Big matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Both teams, I think Tampa Bay's trying to find their stride.
They got to win that one.
Toronto has kind of found it. Yeah, this is kind of establishing dominance.
It's tough to say that, a game, 4 or 5 games into the season, like number 5 out of 82 is a must-win game, but I feel like the tension in this game is going to make it a must-win game. Not so much for Toronto, but I think for Tampa, this is definitely a must-win game. Because if they lose even more ground, it's, even for a team like Tampa, when you dig yourself a hole, you got to get yourself out of it. So they definitely don't want to be doing that.
Yeah. Who do you got winning that one?
I think Tampa's going to come out with some urgency, especially after getting embarrassed in their last game against Carolina.
Yeah, it's rough.
So I think they'll come out with some urgency. I think that getting 13 total shots in a game is unheard of for Tampa.
2 shots in 45 minutes.
Yeah. So I think
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so that's definitely not like them. I think they're going to come out guns blazing.
Yeah.
And Toronto's back end is definitely not like Carolina's. So
Agreed.
Which at the same time, I don't know what happened in the game last night that they give up 13 shots to Tampa Bay but 50 to Florida.
Right.
So I don't know what happened there, but I think Tampa is gonna come out and give Toronto a show.
Okay. I got Tampa winning that as well for the same reasons. They're gonna come out pretty pissed off. It's not that they played poorly against Carolina up to that point. They had a 3-1 lead.
Something like that.
At some point, it was Stammer time. We had a Stamkos goal. I think Tyler Johnson put one in the net. Like, it was they started off pretty good, and then it just went downhill. I don't think John Cooper is going to let them go out there and have the same type
Absolutely not.
effort So I got the Lightning winning that. That same night, tomorrow, October 10th, we have the Boston Bruins versus the Colorado Avalanche.
That's a good one.
That is one I'm going to be paying attention to. I personally think the Bruins are going to win.
I'm going to go with Colorado.
Okay, about time. It's about time we disagreed on something. I think the Bruins have played extremely well. They're doing what it takes to win. And they beat Vegas last night. Even though Vegas went up 2-0, Bruins held on, kept playing, did their thing, got back in it, and that's why the Bruins are so scary. Is they don't deviate.
Yep.
And they find a way to win.
Yep.
They beat Arizona 1-0. So I just feel like they're going to find a way to adapt to Colorado. They're going to find a way to win because that's what they do.
Yep. At the same time, Colorado looks like Rantanen hasn't even skipped a beat. He, despite missing all of camp, all of preseason, came in and has been playing relatively well. And when you have forwards like Rantanen, McKinnon,
Yeah.
These guys are absurd. And I think that they might not have faced an offense like Colorado yet. So, although they do find ways to win, I think that Colorado is going to give them a very big challenge. And Tuukka's got to stand on his head. I think they need a good game from Tuukka. So, if they can get it, then they definitely have everything it takes to win.
Yeah.
But I think that game is going to fall on Rask and how Rask plays. If Rask plays well, then Boston will win. But if Rask has an off game and he lets in one or two bad ones, then could easily go for Colorado.
Definitely one to watch. And little news update: Vancouver has scored 4-1.
Very nice.
JT Miller putting one home.
Miller.
Meaning Jonathan Quick has given up 10 goals in 2 games.
Man.
Bless him. Bless his soul. All right. And then one other game at the end of the week, Saturday on the 12th, the Golden Knights versus the Calgary Flames.
Ooh, very nice.
That's one I'm interested in. I got that one marked on the calendar to listen to after, of course, my Rangers play the Edmonton Oilers in a matinee game. That's going to be pretty exciting.
For night owls, man, matinee games are just so brutal.
I don't even wake up anymore because every time I do, the Rangers lose. So I don't even fucking do it anymore.
That's why I'm glad I work on Sunday nights now, so I need to sleep during the day, and that way I can miss Dolphins games. I don't have to wake up for them and suffer.
You're doing it for the good of the team. You truly are.
Not anymore.
Very nice. But those are just a few games that I have on the calendar.
Very solid weekend of hockey coming up.
Yes, and that will carry us over until next week's episode.
Yep.
Which hopefully we'll do again sometime midweek.
I should be good on Wednesday. I don't think I'm going to be working OT anymore by that point. So
sweet. We'll make it a Wednesday thing, and we'll get more content to you. Try to keep up with the league and try to bring some angles that you don't really hear in other places. That leads me to a question for you. Speaking of the Hughes brothers, who's going to finish higher, the Devils or the Canucks?
Like just in points?
Yeah, in points.
I think the Devils still end up with a higher total
points than the Canucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, according to my predictions, they do. But according to the way the Devils have played in the first few games, I want to take the Canucks.
I would love it but then again, I wouldn't want Jersey to get another top pick. So.
Very true, because Taylor Hall does not need any more number one picks.
No, he doesn't. No.
Oh, of God. All right, but that does it for the 3 a.m. bag skate this week.
Yes,
and,
sir.
We'll have it again for you next week. And if you have any problems with the way I run my show, blame Joey. He let me do it.
Well, yeah, that's true. I did.
He's in charge of watching me. So.
But again, like always, thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked it, don't forget to drop the like. If you have anything to say, or if you have some predictions,
give us takes. Give us hot takes.
Give us stuff that maybe we can discuss in the next week's episode. Whatever you want, just go ahead and drop it down below.
Yeah,
and
especially for the Five for Fighting segment that we like to do. Do you have any topics that you would like to hear opinions on, or differing opinions, and go for it. Controversial or not, I'm down to
We'll talk about whatever. Hell yeah. But thanks again for watching, guys. If you're new, consider subscribing. We'd appreciate it. And look forward to next week's episode, where we'll hopefully not have Discord issues, but we'll see.
Yeah, right.
But
more hockey.
Yes. And here's to another fantastic week of hockey, everyone. And good luck to all your teams out there. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Peace.
Later.